Right, what is happening? So I've decided to make a YouTube channel. I've started TikTok, started Instagram, and I wanted to make long form content videos as well. Now these are going to be unedited. I'm just going to do it whilst I'm driving to work and just talk about everything. Gear, peptides, everything that's taken me from being fat to jacked, my experience when I was younger. Now today's video I just want to talk about my experience with gear, and if you hear some weird noises then it's just because of the seatbelt thing's fucked, so I need to get that changed. But not that. But so I started the gym when I was 17. I'm 28 now. I started the gym when I was 17. I started getting into fitness around that age because I used to see the YouTube videos. They all used to look sick, and I thought to myself, do you know what? I want to look like these guys. They look sick. And nowadays, everyone that's 17, 18, they're on the maddest shit ever. They're on the gear, peptides, everything. And I know people are taking crazy dosages and they still look like shit. I've spoken to many people. I've spoken to people that think that 400 mg is TRT. Like they're off their fucking nuts. Like they've actually lost the plot there. That is not TRT. So when I was 17, I got into fitness, and I got sold the dream of, right, do you know what? I can take this shortcut here. I can take gear, and I can look insane. And boy, was I fucking wrong. Like, I was very wrong. So when I was 17, I started to take gear. I started off with Test, and this was very dumb of me because my testosterone was very high at the time, and I started taking Test. I can't remember the dosages to be precise, but I started taking Test, and then I also added other shit in there as well. Like I added Tren, and Tren is fucked. Like Tren is not something to be played around with, like especially when you're young. You shouldn't be taking Tren. Oh, this man's not letting me through the knobhead. But yeah, when I was 17, I even started to take Tren and a bit of GH as well. And let me tell you, it is not what you think it is. Like, I remember taking all this shit, and I also took some Debo as well, and I just remember getting fat and bloated and hormonal. Like, I was all over the fucking gaff. And that's because I didn't know what I was doing. I thought, do you know what? If I just take this shit, I'm going to look insane no matter what. And I was wrong. Like, I was very, very wrong. That's not how it works. Like, I know people right now that are taking low dosages, like 150 mg of Test, like 100 mg of Mast, 1 to 3 IUs of GH, and they look absolutely insane. Whereas me, I was taking everything under the fucking sun, like high dosages as well, and Tren was very, very fucked. Let me tell you this. Tren just made me angry, just made me very frustrated, just made me just aggy all the time. And imagine being 17, I was just being horny all the time. Like, it was actually fucked. And the mad thing was, because I was taking it and I didn't know the proper protocol, and I had to go away on holiday, I wasn't able to do a proper PCT. And because I wasn't able to do a PCT when I was on holiday, and I went on holiday back home for 3 months, and for those about a month and a half, it was absolute hell. Luckily, because I was young, everything bounced back. Like, it bounced back after a while, but let me tell you, that shit was hell. Like, I was just all over the gaff. I was just emotional, just getting frustrated all the time. And I was thinking, yo, this is not what people claim it to be. Like, it's some magic pill, it's a magic tool. Like, yeah, there are studies that show, like, if you take 400 mg of Test, you will build muscle more than someone that doesn't take Test at all. Of course you will. That Test is the foundation, but it's not as simple as just taking it and that's it. You're gonna become Captain America. Like, that was not the case with me. It's not the case with anyone. Because I know, like, even when I was about 6 years ago, when I went to a different gym, I remember this guy, he was just normal, like skinny, like kind of skinny-ish. And then all of a sudden he started getting bare acne on his face and his back, and just started to become more aggy, like you can see in his behaviour. And people are just not aware. People think it's all like, you're going to feel insane, you're going to feel like this. There's so many things that you have to take into consideration. You've got to take into consideration your blood work, your estrogen, your prolactin, your SHGB, all of that shit you have to take into consideration. Even on my TikTok, I've got guys messaging me telling me, look, I'm taking this much test, but I don't feel good. That's because your blood work's off. Everything else is off. You don't know what you think, okay, if I take this much, I should feel insane. But you're not looking into other things. You're not taking anything else into consideration. And that's the worst thing you can do, because yeah, you can take 400 mg of test and you can look insane. People even take 200 mg of test. Like, now that Hamza guy on YouTube, the famous one, he's been on TRT for 2 years on 200 mg of test, and he looks good. That's all you need. You don't need crazy doses. You don't need 600, 700. I know someone that's on 1,000 mg a week, and it's like you're just putting your body through too much stress, because the more test you inject, the more estrogen you're gonna get, and the more estrogen you get, the more AIs you're gonna have to pop, and AIs are not very good for you. They're not the best for your health. You shouldn't be that. There should be the last protocol. Obviously, you got Proviron that does lower estrogen in that sense. Same as Primo. Masteron doesn't really lower estrogen like that. It does, but like hide the fact that you might have high estrogen. So you need to actually talk to someone that knows what they're doing. Otherwise, you're just gonna feel like fucked. You're gonna waste so many years like just taking this shit, causing damage to your body, because it does cause damage to your body. It's not like it doesn't cause damage. Obviously it causes damage. Like, you can't have a guilt-free past. There's nothing in life, there's a past where you can take shit that's going to make you feel insane, look insane, without any consequences. Can you minimize the consequences? Of course. Like, for example, protocol for fertility. Some people just don't take HCG whatsoever whilst they're on cycle. Some people just come off completely, then jump on. You jumping on off is causing more damage to your body as well, because your body has to go from one extreme to the other extreme, one extreme to the other extreme. Whereas if you're blasting and cruising, you go into one extreme, just lower it down, one extreme back to just middle. You're not going extreme to extreme. So yeah, obviously I'm going to make more videos on this, but I thought this would be my first video just to tell you about my experience on how I took everything when I was younger, and it was fucked. Like, it wasn't how people explain it to be, and that's what allowed me to learn about mistakes and dive deep into why I was feeling like that, why it wasn't what I expected. And yeah, so I'll make more videos on this as well, and about the peptides as well, and obviously my transformation as well, because I've had a crazy transformation, and I'll talk about everything.